That's what we're doing, guys.
Daddies and Bluelock.
So I have summarily just spent like hours in the N64 app on the Switch now. Like it's just
I know
what I've been doing.
I've been seeing it.
I'm
Dude, you guess what I did with Steph? I think it was last night or the night before.
Mario Party?
No, we did Mario Kart, and we just played through every single one of the things. You know,
Wait, you have Mario Kart on N64 on there? Is that on there?
It's on there, dog.
I didn't even realize that was on there.
It's on there. You gotta go to the bottom.
Was it fun?
We played. It was really so. The first two were fun, and then they started getting progressively harder, where you can fall off the map. And if you ever like, oh, this is probably a shortcut, and then get stuck in a corner, you have to reverse. There's no one that takes you and puts you back.
It's so slow, dude.
So
it's
we would lose, and I literally got to a point where I was so angry that I was like, I'm losing the joy of playing this right now.
Yeah, dude,
because it's so bad. Like it's so fun. The easier levels are very fun. And like Steph and I were like laughing again. Like it was very cool. Felt beautiful.
Okay. I mean, I've spent. I'm getting to the end of Banjo-Kazooie right now.
Nice.
Banjo-Kazooie's awesome, dude.
Dude, it
is.
is.
I did beat Super Mario 64 on there. Which
already
was fine.
Holy shit.
It's a game. You can beat the game in 4 hours, 5 hours, dude.
Oh, okay.
That game is so short. You only have to get 70 stars, and you can get a star. I finished 100%ing like the very first world in like 12 minutes, 15 minutes. It's not long. It's real. Like you can get some of those stars in. It's not entirely true. I had to go and get the red hat to fly and then come back. So it probably took me like 20 minutes total. But like they're quick, dude. They're real quick.
That's what's up.
You don't have to do them all, dude. You only have to get 70 stars total, and that's not that much when there's over 120.
That is true.
A lot of fun. Banjo-Kazooie, however, is a much better game in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
And the controls better. It looks better.
I haven't played it fully yet. I want to.
It's got so much personality. It's so like quirky and funny and like good style, good sound effects.
Yeah.
A lot of good like banter between like Banjo and Kazooie and like other characters. Really enjoyable game.
Yeah. Not like anything like Bad Fur Day, Conqueror's Bad Fur Day.
I want to play that too, but that's not on the emulator.
They should put it there. No, they shouldn't.
All I did was the first D-Day level, which was so offensive, but like hilarious.
Yeah. I'd never played it.
No, it's fine.
I wasn't allowed to.
And then I need to do Ocarina of Time, I think, at some point on there. But I'm just, besides that and Monster Hunter, that's all I've got right now. It's so good.
That's crazy, bro. I know. I'll be real. When I've jumped on Switch, I've seen you playing Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, nice, dude.
But
it's cool. We should just like play.
I know.
Together with stuff.
What did we play together? F-Zero.
F-Zero, which was so fun, dude. And we were like, crying, laughing when you would just fly off the side and just explode, and then that's it. You don't even get to reach you.
Like, okay.
Like, all right, that's sick.
Just sat there for the rest of the match.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun.
That was very fun.
That was a lot of fun. I can't believe we didn't talk about that last podcast. Well, we had stuff we were doing. So
we got stuff. Now we're back to normal.
Yeah. Anime. Unless you want to talk. Oh, there is a new Fire Emblem game coming out this week too.
I know. Which I want it, but I can't buy it.
I know. I'm also like.
I'm broke.
And we're like, I don't have the money for it either right now. And it's like, I can't even really want to play that, you know.
But I do really want to play it, like really bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun, and it's got it's like more focused on the action this time around than Three Houses was.
Good.
Which is good because like Three Houses was like 50% of the game was combat, and then 50%.
I know it's like running around. I still played the shit out of it. I think I played it twice.
You did it once for sure because you dated the wrong character or married the wrong character.
I did marry the wrong character.
And I married the right character, but there's so many characters in the game, and half of them are forgettable as hell. So yeah. I don't know. But I would say more than half of them are. But the new one has a lot less of that and more of the action. And the weapon triangle's back. So once again, we're at the point where we can do the axe versus sword, swords go against axe, axes go against spear, spears go against sword.
Yeah.
And then they added a new mechanic to that. That is, if you are sword against axe, not only do you do better than against a spear, you can disarm them.
Oh.
But it can also happen to you.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. So we're really looking forward to that. IGN put out a smoking review online. One of the few times I'll endorse IGN, but it's a really good review.
Say, what the fuck?
It's just a really thorough review. And like they've been getting, I feel like IGN's reviews have, the reviews themselves, the scores themselves still have a hard time matching with some of the actual review. It's like the content in the article, but they're doing a lot more like long form essays. Like I'm talking like 10 paragraph, 12 paragraph reviews, like not small ones that you'd see like on wherever else you want to go. I don't want to disparage anyone, but these ones are super long, like really, really long, and it's really cool, like super in depth.
Cool. That is cool, man.
Yeah,
I love that for you.
All right,
for IGN.
That's all I had. What's up?
I said and for IGN.
And for IGN. Yeah, it's still my go-to place to check stuff out because they're gonna know what's going on in the industry.
Persona 3.
Persona 3 and 4.
Gonna get that. And I'm not gonna get 4. It is cool that 3 and 4 are coming to the Switch, but since I don't need it.
Right.
But for sure 3.
And then Dead Space remake comes out next week.
That is true too.
And that's like, damn. And then
I can't wait to watch people play the online.
Yeah.
I mean,
what's And then One Piece Odyssey is out, which is a giant RPG in the One Piece world, which is like apparently pretty good. That I really want.
If what's cool is if it would tell the story from beginning to end, I'd play it.
It goes through a lot of the events.
Would rather do that and then be like, cool, where does the video game end? And then I'll start watching.
I believe the game takes place in this place called Memoria. Oh. It's all about revisiting past memories. I think that the One Piece crew's gone through. So you're going through the whole storyline, I think.
Interesting.
Because it does go through Alabasta, which is that Sand Kingdom, which it's the iconic, like, first arc, right?
Right.
And if you've read up to that, I think you basically go through most of that arc with the video game nuances that it has, whatever that means,
Interesting.
So,
but then you don't get the full story.
But everyone I've talked to, everything I've read has also been like, yeah, if you're not a fan of One Piece, it's going to be weird to you.
Yeah,
so,
it's going to be like,
there it is. So
makes sense. I wish they'd fleshed out more games like that with like different animes. Like I would love a game like that with Demon Slayer or even Jujutsu Kaisen now. Like
Fairy Tail did it.
They did?
It's really good apparently. It's also really expensive now because it was such a low run. You could buy it digitally. It's fine.
Okay.
Go do it that way. But if you want it physically, it's over $100.
Wow.
It's insane.
I'll check that out because I loved Fairy Tail.
Yeah, it's apparently a decent story.
It was one of my favorite shows until I watched a lot more anime, and then the ending of it, or like after the Magic games and then the Dragon War thing that happens, I fell off.
Oh, I lied. It's gone down. Well, there's sealed ones for 90.
Let me see. Let me look at that.
That's the cover art.
Okay.
And then it has the same. That was a zoomed in picture for you to see. It's got the same kind of style as Odyssey.
Oh yeah.
But it's a take turn RPG.
It'd be kind of fun.
And it's also Gust. And if you remember Gust,
what did they put out?
Blue Reflection.
Oh.
And I liked that game a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Like I also want to play that game again, but
what don't you want to play again?
I don't know, man. This is what 2022 3 is going to be, is like playing a bunch of old games.
Dude, that's
like,
what last year was too.
I know.
When are you going to have a year where you play no old games?
That's not going to happen, dude. That's never going to happen. Never. I think the retro games are better than the new ones most of the time. So
hey, on the real, a lot of them are.
Yeah. I mean, like I love my new Monster Hunter. I love Elden Ring, but I love Chrono Trigger and Bloodborne,
Yeah.
And Bloodborne's not retro. I shouldn't say that, but
yeah. It's getting older, but yeah, it's not retro.
Older Final Fantasies, older Shin Megami Tenseis. Yeah.
What I would love to do is to go through like games from like the PS1, PS2 era and just like play some old school.
Low-key, dude. That's why I'm playing Banjo.
Really?
Yeah, because I love those. I love that.
The graphics are fun, and it's kind of just fun to see what people can like creatively do to kind of get the picture across. And I don't know, man. Like I don't know. It's just like I mean, it's probably nostalgia, right? It just takes me back to like an era that I feel like is better. It
was more. I mean, it was interesting just because it was so new then, though. Like that was like, like we're not going to hit those levels of revolution, in the same way that like.
Well, I mean, VR. I guess we lived that, and it's just getting better and better. And one day, we'll look at regular games and be like, wow, like people will be taking PS1 games and making them VR, dog. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, that'd be really cool. But
would be cool.
I think the jump from pixel to 3D, is just insane compared to
3D
TV to VR.
4D, or we're like, oh fuck, I'm touching.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it's kind of a known quantity. Like we're expecting that now, but we never thought we'd get to 3D.
Yeah.
Graphics in a playable interface like that, and like now we're like, yeah, we're getting the VR. We're still doing it. We're going through it, and yeah, it's awesome. But I wouldn't say it's the same kind of like jump from 2D to 3D.
Yeah.
Maybe that's an ignorant and uneducated take, but that's
you ignorant bitch.
That's how it felt when you played Super Mario 64 for the first time, or when you played Jumping Flash for the first time. And you're like, holy shit, this is a 3D environment that I can move around in.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Instead of a left to right plane where you can see your character all the time, like then now you are the character. You went from like, oh, there's Simon Belmont on the screen, Castlevania, to holy shit, I am the Jumping Flash.
Yeah.
I am Spider-Man.
I am.
Maybe not Spider-Man so much,
Spider-Man.
but you know, yeah. Anyways, anime. We should talk about anime.
Should we?
I don't know.
I don't want to.
F anime. Anime sucks.
No, actually, I'm pretty happy with the animes that we picked out.
Super solid week.
For like from going from one of the greatest I think of all time in a very long time, lineup to this.
Yep.
I'm thankful for that.
So
yeah. We can jump into it though if you want.
So
I guess.
we need to go over our order again.
Yes,
I already forgot it when you told me like 5 minutes ago.
It's Tomo-chan, and then it is My Hero, and then we do Buddy Daddies, and then we do Bluelock.
Platinum End. Okay.
Platinum End.
Bluelock.
We're rewatching it, everyone.
We do Platinum End every season.
Yeah, should we do it every single? Was it a winter one? What was it?
It was winter or it was spring. I believe it was winter.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll
doesn't
bring it back
matter.
for you guys. No,
It was conceived in the pits of hell.
Can you imagine watching that again?
No,
like
I
forcing
don't.
yourself to? I couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it. That show is abysmal. Like Lucifer makes sense because it didn't have a big budget. That show had a budget.
Yeah.
And it looked terrible.
It was bad.
All right. But we should start with anime we want to talk about now.
All right. What do we want to talk about?
Tomo-chan. Oh, it's me.
Wait, before we dive in hardcore, have you watched
Vash Trigun?
Did you watch the next
Yeah.
Trigun?
Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't yet. Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
It holds up still?
It feels a little lower in animation quality.
But
it's only because it's the Nebraska big guy is a little like he's kind of a robot, so he's not a robot. He's like a human robot hybrid thing. He doesn't look great, I would say.
Got it.
But it is interesting because you've seen the Nebraska family, and if you remember the Nebraska family, it's the guy with the giant arm that you can shoot and it spins.
Uh-huh.
That's the Nebraska family, the old guy and that guy.
Yeah.
If you remember, if you don't, whatever, it's fine.
It's been a while.
It's been a bit. It's been like a year, I think, since you've seen that episode, and you didn't even watch the whole show, so you're good. Don't worry about it. You will recognize him when you see him.
Yeah.
In manga, he's actually a lot smaller. It looks like.
Hell yeah.
But it's also a little more comedic. So
okay.
I would like you to keep watching it for sure.
I definitely keep going.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I did like it. Well, I shouldn't say I loved it. I liked it.
Because I also have what is it? Tokyo Revengers is out I'm watching, and Vinland Saga 2.
Yeah, I want to watch Vinland Saga 2. That first season's really, really good. I think I'm literally only watching Trigun right now, outside of the 4. Trying to think if I've watched anything else.
Nier. Are we gonna watch that?
I haven't.
Everyone says it's good.
Really?
People think it's
People
good.
actually say it's good?
People think it looks amazing. People are like, the animation is fucking crazy.
People actually think Nier. Okay, because I wanted to hear what like reception was gonna be like, because I wasn't entirely sure if like.
Look it up right now
Nier
and tell me
Automata,
what stars it got, baby.
It's got 4.8 out of 5.
Yeah.
So
how are the click on one and then see how
it's
many
got
people.
2,500 comments on its first episode.
There you go.
And then 500 on its second one, which is not a promising thing to see. However, its release date, I'm not sure. I don't know when it releases. It looks like it just came out. That's why.
Yeah.
It really looks like people are into it in this show.
I'm
in the comments,
I'm thinking I gotta watch at least one episode, maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, apparently the music is also great.
Dude, duh. The video game music was good.
Yeah, no, apparently this is a great one to watch. Jeez, man. There's too much anime right now.
I know. Have you seen Cyberpunk either?
Edge Runners?
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna
Why
watch
would
that.
you not? It's so good.
I believe it's good. It's just there's too much on my plate, and I'm still not even a fan of regular Cyberpunk yet. 2077.
No, it sucks. You don't have to be a fan of that bullshit to like a good anime.
So I don't want to get invested in the world.
No, the world's cool of the anime. Just fuck the game. Say the game doesn't exist anymore. Fuck it. It's stupid.
Okay. I'll watch Edge Runners eventually.
I'll run it eventually.
You already finished it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You did it
it's
like
12
2 days.
episodes. It's not long. Yeah. 2 days.
There's just so much out right now.
No, there is.
I mean, I got to watch the Game of Thrones stuff too, and
what?
The Game of Thrones.
Oh, the newer ones.
Oh, sorry. Not Game of Thrones. Last of Us. Sorry.
Oh, The Last of Us.
I was thinking of the actress. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
You gotta watch The Last of Us
That is
still,
true.
and there's just so much to catch up on right now.
Yeah, it's kind of overwhelming with how much stuff there is.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be a really kind of chiller season.
Yeah.
And now it's like, well, shit, maybe we should have done 6 episodes again.
6 more. Hey, we can bring it back next week. We'll
think about it. I mean, like this year is gonna get crazy.
That is true. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot.
And we got the announcement of Attack on Titan's release date.
Dude, I know
which
March.
is in the middle of winter.
Yeah.
Season?
You know what really sucks?
So
is this summer they're bringing 2 of my favorite mangas to anime.
Solo Leveling?
Maybe Solo Leveling.
Or is that spring? That might be spring.
I haven't read Solo Leveling.
Okay.
I know everyone likes it. I'm gonna for sure watch the anime. We need to watch it for sure. But it's Mashal of Might and Magic. It's very good.
I heard about that.
So that's getting an anime, which is amazing. And then Zom 100. It's a zombie thing, which I hate zombie stuff. But it's literally about a kid who is working for a black company, which I guess is something that is like a black company, which is like a black label company or something. It's like
no idea.
I don't know. That's just I think what they say in there. I think the idea is that it's a company doing shady things and making you work like do overtime constantly, right? Like a big payout, but you were pretty much working yourself to death.
Okay.
So he just feels like a zombie himself.
Got it.
And then the whole thing is a zombie apocalypse happened. He's like, dude, I'm free. I don't have to work anymore. I don't have to be like I can be whatever I want. And so it's about him being excited to finally live his life during this thing. And it turns that whole like genre on its head, and it's very fun. And I've only read like I want to say like 30, 40 chapters. But it was great, and they just announced that for the summer too. So
damn, dude,
it's a lot. We're just getting a ton.
Damn.
So.
But it's only gonna be 12 episodes, thankfully.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, what we're doing now,
and then 1,000-Year Blood War is again this year.
That is too, dude.
Demon Slayer's this year.
Oh,
JJK's this year.
Yes.
It's gonna be insane. Like this might be one of those like rare golden years of anime.
I think this is going to be a golden year of anime.
It'll
be way harder to do what we just did.
Yeah, and like what if Bluelock gets renewed for a second season that comes out in fall, or winter again? It's like, dang, dude, that's awesome. Like
I hope so.
That's
dude.
So cool. Yeah,
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Okay. I did, by the way. Last thing before we start, Tomo-chan, I did listen to like 20 or 30 different openings today from anime, and I just thought like there are some super iconic like legendary openings, and I was thinking of like Demon Slayer's first one, right? Like that's kind of ascended like to a crazy, whatever, like it's big, and then like Bleach has that like kind of rapish one with like guitar work and drums and all that, and then you have Haru Kakanata from Naruto, Samurai Champloo's one, even boom 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 boom.
Dude, Cowboy Bebop has truly one of the best.
Yeah,
it's like so iconic.
I was just listening to anime openings in the car today, and I was just happy.
I love that for you. I need to do that.
It was just like
is that a playlist on Spotify?
No, but I'm about to build them because and Black Rover from Black Clover, is just also really really good in my opinion.
It is good.
And then obviously it all started with Tokyo Ghoul's Unraveling, which is like just like a perfect song.
I don't even remember that one. Is that the first season?
Yeah, it's the very first one ever. You would recognize it.
I bet I would.
And I'm gonna play it.
Oh God, our fans totally want to hear.
Everyone knows it.
Everyone's yelling at their headsets or whatever, or if you're watching on the TV, being like at the TV. I don't know what I'm saying. You're just yelling at us or me.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, okay, just fucking cut it.
We all know that. We all know that, but it's like it's a legendary song. Anyways,
you're right, it is.
Tomo-chan, sorry.
Anyways, Tomo-chan, another song, legendary.
Well, no, I don't think Tomo-chan's.
You don't like this one?
I think it's fine.
It's fine. I think it fits.
It's nothing. It's nothing that's gonna like now that we've done. So real quick, everyone that's listening, if you've listened to the Anime of the Year podcast that we dropped last week, please, thank you for listening to it. If not, please listen to it. And I think we had a lot of fun with it. We had some fan contribution as well, and like voices that deserve to be heard. Like they're cool people. So please give that a listen, check it out, and then you know exactly where we stood on last year and what we thought was last year's best anime.
True.
We're not going to say it on this one because we want you to listen to that.
Let me tell you.
Bubsy 3D. Let me tell you what.
Dude,
it's
Maximus. Transformers won every category.
Oh, Azure Dreams from PS1, I think. That's a game. Yeah, it's a game. Disgaea. There you go. That's the best anime.
There you go.
That is an anime, actually, I think.
Is it?
I think there's an anime for Disgaea, yeah.
That would make sense. I can see people getting into that.
So just want to get that out of the way. All right. Tomo-chan, I will read the synopsis now because we need to stop talking about shit and get on track.
Get on track. And don't come back no more.
Get on track. You're like that. You're like a disc jockey on like a radio.
You know what? What does that mean? What is a disc jockey?
You know, you press the buttons, and then it has the
yeah.
That's not the disc jockey. The disc jockey's the guy changing the CDs, but you're like the guy that's
Dude,
like
I was
doing
born
the
in
sound
the same
effects.
era as you, and I don't know that.
No, come on, man. You know what a disc jockey is?
No, I just know the radio host.
I just watched a lot of that 70s show, and that's where Donna is.
Are you excited for 90s show?
We'll see. It looks funny.
It just came out, so I want to watch an episode and see.
There's a lot of TV to watch right now.
Sorry, Tomo-chan.
So episode 2 of Tomo-chan, it's Tomo's skirt and the school idol. We have 2 separate stories in this one. After Tomo is groped by an old man in the bus, Junichiro suggests that she stops wearing skirts.
I said rare, and then you literally said Tomo-chan.
The comedy.
Oh my God. Okay, guys, context.
And then Tomo meets Carol, an English girl that all the boys in school admire for 2 very specific reasons. Okay, let's talk about this first segment first, okay? Tomo's skirt.
Yeah.
This is an interesting bit.
Yeah. How did you think? I feel like they did an amazing job of getting the point across without being too like ecchi or whatever. Like there was no nudity. You didn't see like her butt poking out. You didn't even see panties or anything.
It's not going for that.
It was conversation. Yeah. Well, dude, we say that except for I feel like the only way that they're being like, wow, Tomo-chan herself knows that she's like, if I can be friends with popular girls or if I can do this, like I'm seen more as a girl. Every guy so far that has acknowledged that she's a woman is because of her body.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I'm saying where I'm like, this show could do that.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you know, like they see like her boobs or whatever and they're like, huh? And yeah, so I don't know, man. I think I don't know. I was impressed with the way they did.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice, and
also,
it wasn't
subject matter.
It wasn't very crass with its material, which is nice, because a lot of people just want to use that and then milk it for all it's worth.
Right. Which they might. You know, they're gonna have a beach episode and all that.
Well, I mean, they did it with Carol.
For sure.
They did it with Carol in the same episode.
Oh, they did do boing boing.
Yeah,
boing,
which is. We'll go over that later. But in terms of this mission itself, it just felt inconsequential to me overall because in the next mission, she's back to wearing her leggings.
So it's not it totally because, you know, the whole point was like, hey, if you dress like this, he's going to look at you differently. And she got totally different reactions from him walking into the pole. You know, it's just stuff that she would have never have seen before because he's not like that. So and
yeah,
then, I don't know.
I don't know. This still felt like the inconsequential one. Like it was more of the gag bit.
Yeah,
the next
for sure more of a gag.
The next one has a little more to it.
Yeah, I agree.
Just with like, you know,
content and then also future characters. We get one of your favorite characters comes into play.
Gosh, and the reason why I brought the Game of the Year or the Anime of the Year podcast earlier is because now we can do a better job of making notes while we're doing these.
Yes.
Of like, who do we want to put in best character, worst character? Who do we want to put best soundtrack? We want to put best animation.
Yeah.
You know, we can actually do that.
Yeah, well, you can write down like contenders now, and then in the end of the year, you look back and go, okay, I don't have to look at all 25 animes or 30, 40, whatever we did. You know, I can look at these. So. Oh yeah, baby.
Yes, but this first bit, you know, it doesn't. Yeah. I mean, it's fine. It's.
It was
I don't
interesting
like
that it was around the idea of groping.
I'm glad that they addressed that a little bit. It still felt like her attitude towards it was a little messed up. I think. Yeah. Kind of like I should just sit here and ignore it and not make a big deal about it.
I think that's kind of common though.
In that, I don't know if
which isn't good.
That's what I'm saying. That's what you're probably right in the mark. That's not what I'm saying technically, but like that's an issue for sure.
Yeah.
And thankfully there was someone there to like. Do something about it. Yeah. But it just felt like if that person's not there, reality is you going into a train and getting groped.
Yeah.
And that's just shitty.
That is shitty.
But it's addressed, so it's interesting.
And I feel like the way they did it, like the friend, like her friends being you know, like caring
Gundo.
also, and it's just like,
I like her.
And then it's like Yeah, I don't know, man. Like it feels, I don't know, it feels normal. Like it feels like real life, kind of how they're interacting. Nothing feels super crazy, and I kind of dig that. Now we can jump into them adding this English girl to the party who is a little bit more out. Now I want to know, and maybe we should look these things up before. I want to know, is this kind of thing normal and real? So in some Japanese schools, like I can study abroad in high school, or maybe my dad works in Japan,
right? I mean,
and I'm going to school, and then it's like, but are you? Because everyone's like, oh, she's like this prized, like everyone, she's like the most popular kid in school. I'm like, dude, I feel like a foreigner would probably not be the most popular kid in their school. Now there could be some level of popularity, but like the most, like
they do a big indicator of why she's the most popular in school.
She got damn boobs.
And they gave her really big knockers, and then they made sure that the camera would focus in on these things bouncing as much as if she's not even wearing a bra. They're just flopping upside back and forth.
Flopping.
You know, it's like these things are wild and untamed. You know, that's
bouncing.
That's probably why she's the most popular, or at least what they're trying to imply. Because it's certainly not her personality. She literally has no personality.
She has shit personality. Yes.
Yeah. And she's
baka.
It is
baka.
Every time I heard that, I was like, "Is this supposed to be our Anya in this show?"
It felt like Anya,
or our Miri, from Buddy Daddies.
Yeah,
it was. What's the word? Obnoxious. There it is. It was
sure
obnoxious. I could not stand Carol the entire time she was on screen.
I didn't like her. I liked her purpose. I didn't enjoy her as a character. And what I'm hoping is that if she does stay a friend and they kind of go down that road of she's so different than them, I just hope that they keep her stuff to like one-liner things. Because I feel like if we got too much of her other friend, that would also be annoying.
Mizusu, whatever his name is, the dude?
No, the girl.
Gundo?
What's her name? Gundo?
The goth chick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like if we got too much of her, it might become annoying, right? But she's very good at like the one-liners, and like her fights with June are like fun to watch.
She's the only reason the plot's moving forward, to be honest. So she's got to be she's got to be good, I think, cuz like honestly, nothing would change if Gundo wasn't there.
That is true.
How did you feel about the whole so the other bit that I couldn't stand is the jump rope bit.
Oh, and he's like looking up.
But his response is so good.
Yeah.
Is she's doing jump rope and the camera once again goes to her knockers, and to just with wild abandon they are just flying everywhere, and he's got his neck just like arched like 90 degrees up, like straight up, and she goes, "What are you doing? Why are you looking up there?" And he goes, "Neck exercise." That was a good bit.
That was good. I mean,
I hated the boob thing because that was like, again, like why?
I mean, just the normal trope. I hear you. I hear you.
The English blonde with but
the English blonde with blue eyes, very pale skin, but they become friends overall. I get so the idea. Because I didn't.
Well, so she likes the dude that.
The blonde dude
Tomo
is wrestling
karate's with.
Karate.
Does karate with. And so I think, and this is kind of obvious if you've watched it, but Carol's jealous of.
Yeah.
So I think he kind of likes Tomo.
He has for sure attraction towards her, and she sees that.
Yeah.
And then she's like, okay, like I hate you, we're gonna fight. And then goth chick, what's her name? Gundo says, hey, why don't you just hang around him, like June, for a little bit and watch what happens. And then literally Tomo attacks June, and
then she realizes,
we're not enemies.
Tomo likes
we can
June.
be friends.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. It's done to me like kind of a fun way. I kind of enjoyed. I don't know. I didn't hate her doing like the Baka stuff too. I actually really liked the line when Gundo says like, "So you did this, and he was there, and you still have no idea like why she's angry." And he's like, "No." She's like, "Baka," and like walks away. And I was like, "Yeah." Like it just like I don't know.
The only thing I liked about her, so first she's sitting on Gundo's desk asking for help, and then she's in Jun's locker.
Yeah, that part was
funny.
Too.
That was really funny. Now, how did you feel about the end of the episode reveal that Jun and Gundo dated?
Again, this show, I don't want to get hopes up, right? I'm not trying to be like, wow, I can't wait to see what crazy plot is about to happen from this, because there's a part of me that I'm just like, dude, like this is just simple.
Exactly. This is why I was hopeful, and then was like, they probably dated for like a week or two, or whatever, and then it just didn't go well. That's it.
I mean, they could, I don't know, like they could make it more fun and be like, yeah, they kiss and they actually really cared about each other, and that could be, to me, I'm like, cool. Like now we're getting a reason of why these guys hate each other, but they will tolerate each other for Tomo-chan's like sake.
Sure.
So I don't know.
It does make sense to our last episode why Tomo's like they never get along, but I don't understand why Tomo didn't know, because it sounds like Tomo didn't know that when he said that.
Right. And it's like, if you guys have been friends for that long, like, wouldn't you know?
Yeah,
but then that could be also that they kept a secret.
Yeah,
I don't know. Again, I'm curious.
Yeah,
but I'm not.
Here's where I'm at.
Yeah, where are you
with
at?
that? I think this show has the chops to provide a good backstory for every character.
Okay.
I don't know if it has the chops to utilize that information to make them better characters right now.
Got it. I can see that.
And I should say I'm like 80% confident that they can create good backstories for these characters. It seems like that's just not where the show's going in some ways, which is like I'm like not very hopeful for it right now, to be honest. Especially after
as being something you like, you mean?
Yeah, okay. Especially after Carol came in and was just like a trope and a half of it was just not interesting.
These things always do tropes. So.
Yeah, but it's not interesting. Like if I'm not, you know what I mean. So I'm like, and like honestly, I really don't like Carol. Like Carol is going to be in my running for worst character so far.
Yeah,
like, there will be more.
She already made that list. Probably. Yeah. I'm going to give her one more episode, but she's probably in there.
But I'm putting her down. I was like, this is not my favorite part, you know. So, but yeah. Otherwise, it was good. It was a fine episode.
Hell yeah.
Was there any after credit stuff? I don't think so. There was post credit stuff on Buddy Daddy's, but
there was post stuff on Buddy Daddy's, dog,
and probably there was.
The only thing that I have a complaint with.
Don't worry, we'll get to that.
We'll get it. But I love that. I did love that show. Comments. Oh no! What
I have one last thing I want to say.
Yeah, what did you say? What do you not say, dude?
I lost it, so it probably wasn't that important. Oh, the ending. Did you listen to the closer?
Yeah.
Was it good?
I like it.
I didn't listen to it. I wanted to ask if it was okay. I'll listen to it.
But I'll be real. I am not as hardcore of a critic as you, so you might hate it.
I think people are learning
because I like Buddy Daddies.
I am the hardcore critic here.
Yeah, and you listen to shit, dude.
No, I'm just saying I'm gonna get critical, but yeah. I want to listen to the song and I want to listen to it. I just didn't. I didn't listen this time, and I was wondering if you liked it. So
I did like it, but I also again liked Buddy Daddies, which you did not like.
The outro. I thought the intro Buddy Daddies was the auto tune.
That's what I'm saying. I like the intro.
But what about the outro? Oh, that's what you're saying. Got it. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I'm an idiot. Let's do comments. We're good.
Okay.
Comments.
Here we go. Comments. Nashi says Jun maybe isn't so dense as he looks. Maybe he only is afraid of their friendship changing if he treats Tomo more like a girl, which is a very good point.
Yeah, I think
because you could. That is the whole thing where it's like if you become something more, sometimes, especially if that doesn't work out, that's you can lose friendships. Like I have. Like in my life, I did a relationship with a friend, and it ruined that friendship forever. So, which is stupid.
Same things happened to me.
Same thing.
Do you know how many chapters Tomo-chan has?
I don't.
953.
No fucking way. 953?
That's what it said.
That's not real.
That's what it said. Over 900 chapters have been released. How does Tomo-chan Is A Girl have over... There's a Reddit post. How does Tomo-chan have over 900 episodes or chapters?
Dude, that's insane.
It does look like one chapter equals one page, though.
Okay.
It's like quick. So that does not make me very happy about the show. But we're good. Each one of these, it seems like every chapter is like 4 panels for Tomo-chan.
Yeah.
Or like 5 panels. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So it's like really, really quick stuff. Interesting. Okay.
Makes sense.
Maybe that's worth reading then.
Maybe it is worth reading. I mean, we'll see if this show, when it ends, if I'm like, yeah, I want to keep knowing what's going on, I'll read it.
Okay.
Well, that was a bomb drop at the end. Senpai Day.
Gundo and Jun dating. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Let's go Tomboy Thursdays. That's stupid, but I don't know why they.
Free shout outs.
Free shout outs. Wish Gundo would step on my face. T Papa says. Those are the comments I'm looking for. Okay. A lot of these comments suck. And I promise, guys, we said we were going to get better at this, and we haven't. We kind of just kept going normal. We will pick out like 5 or 6 things that we like before we go on to
in the
air.
future.
And because that way it's just easier, and it's not scrolling as much time.
Yeah.
Dude, this is for Luke. And this will be it. Oh no, I got one more after. Sorry. Ty for this says New Girl was funny. LMAO. That's for Luke.
Forget this, dude.
Okay, Nicola Rain. For starters, put down the dumbbell. That was the best line. That was a good line. Where it's like, what do I need to do in that to be more popular with everyone? It's like, first off, put down the dumbbell.
And then she like lifts it. Because you don't even see it on camera.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's good.
What would you rate this episode, though?
Probably like a 7. I didn't hate it, but it wasn't anything special. And I felt I was a lot more excited for the first one. I don't know. Maybe I give it 7.5 because not an 8. I won't give it an 8. But I liked the idea, again, that they just didn't go, because they can, and I'm sure that they will, go ham on fan service in the future. Like, there's going to be a beach episode or a water park or something. There's going to be dumb shit like people bunking into each other and falling on top, blah, blah, blah. So the fact that they just didn't go ham with that on this episode, or at least in the skirt one, and I know they did booby bouncing, that's kind of just everywhere anyway. So it to me didn't go overboard, and I was just like, cool.
On the fan service, you're saying.
Yeah. So 7.5.
I have a few big pain points with this show.
Hell yeah! Here we go.
This episode. First off, I don't like Carol. Carol knocks this episode down for me straight up.
Yeah. How many points does she take off herself?
At least 2. Least 2.
Oh, nice.
Like straight up.
Is this the lowest you've rated an episode since Planet of Anything?
No. This isn't that bad. This is still a good show, I would say, in the grand scheme of things.
Do you
this
start
show
at
is still
10
fine.
Or you start at 5?
I'm starting at 10.
Oh.
5. 10. I'm starting at 10 here and then breaking my way down.
Got it. Okay.
So I don't usually do this, but I'll do this one time. I would knock off 2 points for Carol alone.
Okay.
The soundtrack is unremarkable in this show.
Is unremarkable?
It's unremarkable.
So
it is not catchy. It's not interesting. Okay. It's a very cookie cutter soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
This is another point for me. I am still they are drawing differences between Gundo and the girl from Fruits Basket, but they are the same character still.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
The one in Fruits Basket is a bit of a nicer person. The lady, whatever, I can't remember her name. But the Gundo is an aesthetic ripoff of that character. It really feels like that. And I don't think I'm past that yet. There's another point. Okay. I think that's where I'd probably leave it, like a 6 out of 10 for me on this episode.
Okay.
But I think what actually saved it was dropping the whole dating thing. Yeah. The dating bombshell was a pretty good thing I think they added in there.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think Gundo's she's like the master plan in this. Like, she moves the plot forward.
Yeah.
I think how she's doing it is somewhat interesting so far.
Yeah.
If not a little too, I don't know, a little too rote without trying to sound like kind of boring. Like
too rote.
Like I don't know what else to say that.
Rote, mate.
I don't know what else to say that, but yeah,
boring.
I drop it. Yeah, to be honest, this show's kind of boring.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of slice of life generally is a little bit boring.
Yeah, unless you're sucked into it, dude. Did you ever watch the one with the girls that go to Antarctica?
Yeah, across the other end of the universe or whatever.
That was so fucking good.
To Your Eternity is not that. It's like the other end of the universe, something like that. The 4 girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never finished it. But
oh my god,
it is exceptional.
Yeah.
It's also not sexualized at all, which is fantastic.
Well, I would fucking hope not. That's a totally different level. Are they in high school? I think they're younger.
They're in high school. They're in high school. Because she's working.
I guess
because the main girl's working to pay for this trip.
Right. That's right.
So she's old enough to work at least.
They're old enough to work, yeah.
But I just, you talk about 4 girls going on a trip. That's like a recipe for.
Yeah, that and what was it? The laid back camp.
Laid back camp
was great.
Was way better than I thought it'd be.
Yeah,
to be honest.
That was chill. But you're right. Like, unless it hooks you, like those, to me, like those kind of come to my mind when I think of literally what is happening. Nothing really. Like the Antarctica one's even a little bit more exciting. Like camp one is like they're just literally going camping, and that's it. Every episode is kind of about going camping, starting a camping club or whatever.
But I will say it's pretty.
But it's very pretty.
That show is pretty.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm just saying. Like, that's my.
It can be boring. Right.
Right. So even if it's boring, but it looks good, and you're like, oh yeah, but I like camping. I like this atmosphere.
Here's the deal. I like Comey, and that's like the same scenario.
That's fair.
With someone who's not adept in one social way.
Yeah.
And is trying to be, and that's what Comey's all about.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I don't know. I don't know. I like it, but it is boring.
So far, it's just a little bit boring for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my 6. Or that's my score.
That's my 6. Which was 6.
Anyways, we should go to the next episode to talk about.
What is it? It's My Hero.
It's My Hero.
Oh.
My Hero Academia.
Macadamia Nut.
Your summary.
Oh, damn it.
Right. Tartarus is the episode.
All right, then you got to read that comments, baby.
Oh, yeah, I'll get that ready. You're right.
My Hero Academia tartar sauce. Tartarus. Okay. Shigaraki AFO break.
Shigaraki / AFO.
It's
one person. I'm saying
one person.
I want that to be clear.
One person.
The Shiggy AFO combo person.
Yeah. They break out of jail, and basically, no, just kidding, man. And basically, everyone else gets out too, like all the other criminals, because it's like again a place.
Tartarus is a specific prison out in the ocean. It's like the highest it gets. That's where AFO is.
Yeah. Okay. Which is cool because we get to see Overhaul, Stain, Moonfish, and Muscular, which is crazy. I was like, oh my God, they would bring these motherfuckers back again.
In a cool way.
Again, it is cool, but this is one thing I will say. That means these guys are going to be fighting again.
Yep.
And to me, I'm just like, we've already seen this shit. We've already seen them fight, and now it's going to be the same thing, except for it's going to be times 10. Now, I'm not looking at your face. I could be wrong.
Look at my face.
Yeah. That's a good face, dog. But yeah, I don't know. I love it and hate it. There's a piece of me I'm like, oh, cool, we get to see those villains again. But then there's another part of me that I'm like, this means that I'm not going to get too many more new actual bad guys because they're going to be building their like big boy buff crew, and those people are for sure it. Like I'm imagining it's these guys and everyone else, and there might be like a handful of newbies that we haven't met before, but I have a feeling that
there was a girl running with them also.
Well, yeah, she's in the fucking trailer intro thing, so. The trailer.
I didn't say her name, but I don't know if it matters.
What's funny is I saw it on Instagram today.
Nagante or whatever. Nagant. I can't remember how to say it, but
I can't either.
Yeah.
Okay, so after they break out of the main jail, they rush every other prison in the area. So that means literally the day of / night after they all just got their asses beat. Literally all of these jails are broken into, causing like even more chaos. So it was like death, destruction, like natural disaster almost. Yep. And then on top of the natural disaster, it was like, let's open up these prisons and they can just do whatever the hell they want.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yep.
Bakugo finally wakes up in the hospital. We're given a quick recap about how everyone's doing. However, Deku hasn't woken up yet. So there's that. Also, Shoto realizes he's going to be the one to fight Dabi / Big Boy Bro.
Tomoya.
Yeah.
I think I got everything in there. I didn't talk about the President Mike and Aizawa chat, but President Mike and Aizawa also chat a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about how they feel guilty and they're like worried about the kids and everything. So,
well, it's like, how can you feel guilty? I totally get it.
I mean, let's be real. Like this war, it was a loss. They didn't win.
Oh no, they lost.
They absolutely, or this fight with this whole thing, they lost.
Yeah,
like All for One got away.
Mm-hmm.
Or sorry, Shigaraki got away. Sorry, that was the issue. They were trying to stop
and
Shigaraki.
Now, All for One also got away.
Yep. So this is nuts. This is a bad thing.
Yeah.
So that's why they feel guilty.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then old man, what's his name? The older.
Oh, Gran Torino?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on life support.
Yeah.
He was on machine to machine to machine. That was bad looking.
Yep. So, I mean, I'm imagining him dying.
And Deku's in his full body cast, looks goofy as hell, but
he does look goofy.
He's beat to shit, so.
Yeah, dude. So, I don't know. I loved this episode. I was shocked that, again, you see, I just feel like they do such a good job on the villains. They literally are like, hey, we're gonna actually like follow through on like kind of like just like the evilness, right? Which I feel like up until this point, it's kind of been like hero bad guys, like, oh man, like Marvel, where it's like, I'm gonna fucking get you, buddy, and then it's like, well, fuck you, and then they fight a little bit, and it's like, oh look, these are kids, and like they're doing adult stuff, and you're like, cool. And again, I'm simplifying it a lot. I love this show; it's amazing. But this feels like, hey, holy fuck, like these dudes are actually, and I like the villains, which is weird. They did so much destruction, and I still like them, and I don't know
still
how
good characters.
the fuck they did that. But it's phenomenal.
They're still good characters.
Yeah. So again, I'm super excited to see what is about to happen when they I thought the jailbreaking into an outro scene was pretty good. Again, I'll be real, I'm not like super impressed with the animation.
Well, I thought it was halfway decent here too.
I mean, I liked the animation for the first part. I'm just saying as a whole.
Oh yeah,
as a whole, I haven't been like super impressed. This episode was not bad.
Still too many still frames.
Yeah.
Which I think has just been the problem since they started splitting the animation budget with the movies. But
is what it is.
It's not my favorite looking show. That's for true.
But it is amazing.
We've talked about when Yutaka Nakamura comes in and super pretty. That's good.
Yeah,
that's really good.
Yeah,
but when they don't have that high level of animation, it just looks really boring and plain.
Yeah.
Happens. Yeah. So the whole jailbreak scene is it's doable because AFO can communicate with Shigaraki AFO, which is just a weird concept. I think he's talking to himself, but it's also a separate entity.
Right.
But the reason that he's able to break out is they communicate to each other, and like Shigaraki can Shigaraki can EMP the entire system, but
EMP!
the prisoners would never know that, right?
Right.
But because he can talk to himself, that's how he gets out. That's interesting, I guess, but
yeah,
in all reality, they didn't really even need to explain this that much. If they had just said that
if they said that they went in there and just beat the shit out of everyone, I'd be like, yeah, I believe it, because right now, like, they're top bad guys right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So yeah, it is weird to have Muscular come out and have like an actual little bit of dialogue, like, oh, I remember that guy. Deku one-shot you, dog.
Well,
that's not entirely true, but
he didn't. And also, I will say, out of all of them, I think I'm ultimately maybe the most excited for Overhaul, because I enjoyed him as a villain.
That was interesting. Like, he was trying to get out, but he has no hands.
Yeah.
But the first thing he says when he gets out is father. Like, Dad, I'm coming for you, whatever it is, It's like, that's the first thing he gets out. But he has no hands, so
I don't know.
He can't reconstruct. So
just get new hands, dog. People do it all the fucking time. What are you talking about?
Oh, I mean, his quirk was based in his hands. Like, the condition for his quirk was to touch with his hand.
That is a good point.
And that's how the quirk functioned. Now, I don't know if that means he can somehow learn to do it with his feet.
Bro, shut the fuck up when he do this.
But
you son of a bitch. You read it. Everyone knows. Our fans know that you're a liar, and we know you're a liar. You
are reading into what I'm saying way too much.
No, I'm not saying it's his feet. I don't care about that.
What I am saying is, like, I don't think he can use his quirk anymore.
Okay, so he can or can't?
I don't know. I don't remember this guy at all in the freaking after this part. Like, so much happens after this bit that is so like there's a lot going on right now.
There's a lot going on right now.
Like, I, honest to God, do not remember what happens to most of the people in this show.
Okay, so they're not important.
There's like 50 characters. Come on, dude. There's an entire class. There's all the teachers. There's all the villains. There's a bunch of new villains they just brought back in.
That's true.
I will say
in Jujutsu Kaisen, I do get like that. Like, this last episode, I was like, holy fuck, the guys are back again.
In the manga?
In the manga?
Yeah, because
I was like, what the fuck? I literally, and then like, I can't talk about this.
JJK is the same way, where I'm like, I do not remember what happened to that character.
Yeah.
There are way too many characters. Now, I will say that JJK is a little more memorable in some scenes, just how it's written.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it is.
Like it's easy to identify popular characters in some panels. Like, who, I can't remember his name actually, so this is bad. But you know who
that guy is.
So
you know who he is, right? But yeah, anyway, so Muscular,
but
I'm excited for him to want to just fuck up Deku again, and then him be the first. I don't know if this is true, but I would like, and don't say, I don't know. I would like him to be the first main villain that Deku fights after waking up or whatever the fuck he's going to do. and then obliterate the fucking dude. As in Deku obliterates him.
I don't know.
And you fuckhead. Yeah. So that's what I want. That's what I think would be really cool. I think it'd be a really cool fight. It would have a lot of meaning behind it. But they could also not do that and not see. I mean, maybe there's other people that have beef. Maybe that little boy grew up.
What little boy?
The little boy that Deku saved from Muscular. Maybe he'll come and kick his ass.
Kota.
Yeah, Kota will be like, I took a serum and I'm grown up now.
It's the same year. It happened literally the same year. All this is happening in the same year, I think.
The doctor worked on me.
So all of a sudden, Kota's 19 and has superpowers. Who could fire some water out of his hands?
None of those kids are 19.
No, none of them. All of them are 15 or 14 or something like that.
Yeah.
Like Deku's like 14 or 15, I think.
Yeah.
Which is insane to think about.
Dude, I know. I wish I could fucking fight like that at 15.
I wish I could do a lot of cool
I wish I could float shit.
Yeah. How did you feel about Bakugo like being worried about Deku?
I'm liking this.
Yeah.
I like it a lot more. I feel like the bromance is going to start, which is because it used to be like this thing. It's like, fuck you, no, fuck you. And then now it's kind of like, fuck you, dude. I love you, dude. You know what I mean?
I love you, dude.
So,
I love you.
I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's exciting.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
I mean, Deku's never been that way. Deku's always been sorry. And then Bakugo's always been like, F you. But now it's feel like,
I'm sorry. I just saved you and I did.
F you, but also, hey, I kind of want to be in love with you.
I want to kiss your mouth. You think it's going that route? I don't know. You're reading it, dude.
Hey, let me just.
That's where all the fan art goes. I see what you guys draw. I look up all the time for Thunder Goose stuff. I have to look up anime stuff, and I'll be real. I'll just type in like My Hero Academia PNG, and guess what the fuck comes up more times than not.
Let's be really clear about this show. There's been no romance at all yet.
But hey, I will say this opener is showing a little bit of a tiny bit of one.
Is it really?
Do you not even fucking watch it?
I watched it once.
Literally, I was supposed to say Orihime from Bleach.
Ochako.
What's her name? Float. Ochako comes up to Deku and she goes like this. And then
that's romance to you.
And then because he's down and discouraged, and she goes and she's the helping hand, and he looks at her and his face brightens up. Motherfucker, yeah, it's romance.
It's not romance, dog.
It is.
I'm talking about embracing.
They're gonna make out, have babies later in life. Not right now. They're too young, and they need to fight bad guys.
You know what her hero name is?
Who?
Ochako.
No, what's her name?
Uravity.
Gravity.
Yeah, Uravity.
Yo, Gravity, go, Gravity. I don't know.
Sounds good as Bakugo's. King Murder Dynamite Death God is still the best.
That is still the best. I have that tattooed on my back.
Or Grape Rush is pretty good too.
Grape Rush is actually really good.
That's a good name.
Man, I hope they kill him.
Oh God.
Can you imagine if dude, you know what they should have done? And they probably won't. But can you imagine him dying? Because he's a character that probably has a small fan base that really love him. And
Minato?
Yeah. Dude, do you know for a fact that there's people out there that love him?
People that want to be him.
And if you gave him a super dramatic death, like he actually did some like crazy saving thing, but then he gets
cut
killed
off somehow,
dude, I would be so about it. I'd just be like, that would be the most shocking thing. That'd be shocking.
To kill a kid? Jeez. Dude.
Well, dude, they did. Man. They already have killed kids in this show. Heroes have died. Yeah, you're right. Not explicitly, but I'll be real with you. If you're gonna make a show about high school kids, being like we're superheroes and you're fighting people who actually murder people, then you're gonna have to kill some kids. Maybe don't make it about kids if people are worried about that, or it's gonna be just plot armor bullshit the whole time.
Probably.
And it's
there you go. So, it's a shonen.
Boo.
Yeah.
Then this show sucks.
No, it's a shonen. That's
boo. Bleach people in Bleach die, motherfucker. That's a shonen too. People in
Who
JJK
dies in
die.
Bleach?
Tons of people died.
Like the Espada died, and even then they didn't die.
I'm talking about right now.
In Bleach,
same thing.
Yes,
Bleach is the
we have
same
lost
shit.
a single named Soul. We've lost two named Soul Reapers. Three. Which is the first time I feel like Soul Reapers have been killed outside of freaking Gin.
You're right, but I'm saying this is the new wave, and if people want to keep up, gotta keep up, baby. JJK ain't afraid to fucking kill kids. I'll tell you goddamn what.
The only shows I feel like that are really able to really make death work is Demon Slayer and JJK right now. Because that is a known quantity in those shows.
I mean, yeah.
Bleach, like, here's the deal.
It is now.
Here's the deal. Kenpachi surviving after his, and then we're talking about Bleach spoilers from last arc. We've already done it in the show, so get over it. I'm sorry if you haven't watched it, but this is a Bleach spoiler. Kenpachi not dying, Byakuya not dying, Renji not dying, but the lightning guy dying. Every one of those people had like fatal wounds, and I don't understand why the only one that died was the lieutenant that we'd never really seen too much in action.
When I read it, I was so pissed off when they brought not Kenpachi. I was like, "Do you motherfuckers?"
Byakuya.
But Byakuya, I was pissed. I was like, "Dude, what an insane, awesome, meaningful death! Like, what a crazy thing!" And what a way to shock me of being like, "Oh shit! Like the enemy means business. Like people can die. Like I'll be real. Maybe this is just a newer thing, but you have to kill someone people like to make us go, oh." Because I'm not like nervous about, and if that's not the vibe of the anime, then that's fine. But if you're trying to be suspenseful, I'm like, oh, Deku's gonna be fucking fine. I'm not worried that he hasn't woken up yet. I don't give a fuck. And guess what? If you kill him, better show. Even though I would be super sad if you were to kill him and his powers go to fucking power. I can't forget it, but I would be like, holy shit, this is an insane twist, and I'm all on board because again, it's different. It's not going with the flow of what it is, which is Deku wakes up and then he defeats everybody after getting defeated again. You know what I mean? Like it's just yeah. Wow, that was a weird rant.
I don't want to say anything else because I feel like I might actually spoil something.
Yeah, you're gonna fuck it. Read the comments. Read comments.
Comments on My Hero Academia Tartarus. Digimon 33880, welcome back to the show. I read your comment earlier to make sure that I can include it, but this is also a really interesting and good point to make.
All right, yeah, let's make it.
Leg gone. I'm missing, laying in a hospital bed, and this absolute legend still asks about his students. Man is already an S-tier hero, but dude is an SS plus teacher. That's referring to Aizawa.
Yeah.
In the future, some jerk is going to binge the whole series season in like a day, while I struggle in 2023 to even load the episode at 2:30 a.m. That's from Tuxedo Cat.
I know, I hear everyone complaining that it crashes. Look, guys, just don't all watch it at the same time. Like, fucking don't be awake at 2 a.m. Go to bed and then wake up and watch it.
Basically, I mean, but
no, I'm just kidding. Watch that too.
You're a parent, so it's not the same.
I'm a parent. It's not the same. Have fun. Live your lives, guys.
Akuma Master says, if he dies, I'll kill him. LMAO perfection, which is what Bakugo says about Deku.
Yeah.
And the last one we'll do is Spiritual Wraith. Seeing how worried Bakugo is about Deku just hits different.
It does. It does now. It's so good.
Yeah. I'll do this last one because Digimon tossed another fire comment.
Another fucking fire in there?
Yeah, he said, muscular, moonfish, stain, overhaul, and effing all for one. Yep, time to abandon the country. There's no civic anymore. Let's just let the villains have it.
Yeah, dude. I'm going on that moon rocket with Elon Musk.
I will say that moment when Moonfish just like killed everyone in the hallway was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
But we also remember the only way they were able to beat Moonfish was with Tokuyama just letting go of everything he had and being like, I'm done. I can't control the beast inside. And like that was the only way they got through that scenario. I think Moonfish was arguably just as dangerous, if not more dangerous than Muscular.
Yeah, I agree for sure.
And I don't know if that
probably more dangerous than Muscular.
Well, I think in terms of like range, like and Moonfish just being able to fire out and kill everyone in the hallway, like that's pretty insane.
Yeah.
Who knows?
But I dig it.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
Would you rate it?
This one 8 out of 10. Yeah. Great episode. 8.5 out of 10.
I was gonna say 8.5.
The animation is really what frustrates me right now with it. Yeah, like there are certain points in this episode where like they do the like electricity through the steel door on the prison. It looked really good. Like it was a very well animated moment. And then you just see these still frames and these like repeat animation people, and it's like this is not what I want to see for the main villain breaking out of prison, to threaten the world. I
also love that he keeps the porta potty on his back, or the toilet seat. It's not that. I'm making a joke. It just looks wild. It's like the
his machine.
All for One just has the machine on his body still, but I feel like it's not plugged into anything. I'm like, why didn't you just rip it off?
He can probably generate it himself with his quirks.
Oh,
absolutely.
Why does he want it? Is it keeping him alive?
Yeah, because he's super he got super messed up when All for One.
Oh yeah,
One for All beat him last time.
Dude, it's been a long
time. Or when I mean he got messed up probably when United States of Smash hit him, but before that when he tore out All Might's stomach, All Might also put him in that machine.
That's right.
So that's the fight I want to see animated, but I don't know if we'll ever get that.
That would be sick. A movie. They should just do that in a movie.
Just do a movie. I mean, to see the golden years of All Might versus One for All.
Movies aren't even canon anyway. Why the fuck don't they do that shit? You know how many people would watch a movie where it would be like new heroes that we kind of know already and whatever, and All Might, and like I would go and watch that. The main reason I don't go and I've seen I think every single movie, but like I don't like go to the movie theaters for any movie that's anime unless it's canon or just like an animated movie, because I'm like I'll watch it if it's free and I got nothing to do. I'll watch it, but if it doesn't have anything to do with the story, I don't need to see it. You know what I mean? I don't need to see it.
Yeah, I mean
that's not the same way for everyone.
The My Hero movies are eye candy. Like that's really what you want to see is like the incredibly insane animation they put in those things.
Yeah, and I don't give a shit enough. I'll be honest. There's a lot of anime like Mappa and all these other people. There's so many good companies coming out now. I ain't worried.
You know what I won't see in theaters?
What?
The Spy Family movie. I probably will see in theaters.
You know we're gonna see that.
Yeah.
Hey, we should do a.
We'll have Melanie and Alex join us too.
Yeah, that's what we should do.
Yeah. We should have them come down and we'll do that. So that'd be fun.
That'd be fun, even though we don't give a shit about it.
What did you rate it?
I gave it 8.52 for sure.
Okay.
I guess it's a perfect, and literally for the exact same reasons. Like, animation wasn't exactly where I wanted it to be. A lot of amazing things happened. I'm very excited. I'm again. Kind of the stuff that I've talked already about, so I don't want to like rant more. It's just I need them to do. They've done a lot. I just want them to do a little bit more with the I don't know, like you said, like not like death of the kids, but I just need to see more character growth and more like legitimate stakes. And this is the first time that like the stakes have been risen a lot. So I'm excited to see what is going to happen.
Yeah,
like you know, if they go back and they dumb down again. Which they might, and that's okay. But if they dumb down again to the point where,
no, I'll I mean, this is pretty close to the end game.
Yeah, this is the ramp up.
The point of this is not to be an arc in the middle of a story. This is like all building up to the finale now. Like, and I don't think it's a spoiler to say that, but the manga's ending this year, probably, if not really early next year.
Yeah.
He's not even posting weekly anymore. He's like doing bi-weekly here and there.
Okay.
So it's like not even posting that much, and I don't think there's any more like.
Dude, hopefully he doesn't get bleached,
side
bro.
villain. Yeah, well, I don't.
That's what I'm nervous
about.
There's
been some criticism, and that's what I'm nervous about too.
Because I think that's what's happening, and it sounds like from that one article. I don't know if it's true or not, but that they might be like re-changing some things or rewriting.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, are you rewriting because they're like, hey, wrap it up, buddy? You know what I mean?
There's been some actual criticism lobbied towards the quality of some of it, you know, and I understand it, but it's.
Does he write the American one too?
I don't know. Oh, Vigilante?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I imagine it's Horikoshi still.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah, dude's a unit. Like he's putting.
I mean,
stuff out.
they're gonna try to animate that.
But
shit
I really would just and same with My Villain Academia. They'll probably animate that at some point.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's like a big fan favorite thing too.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a manga?
Yeah, it's a manga.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
I'll send it to you later.
Okay.
Yeah.
That might ruin some of the story, though, for me. So
I don't know. It's not. It's not just based off of like people we know. It's like other people.
It's like other people. Okay.
Yeah. So,
cool. Yeah, it's good though.
Okay. Next episode.
Let's do it.
Buddy Daddies.
Buddy Daddies.
The Kiss of Death.
Kids of Death. Did you meant to say kiss?
Kiss of Death.
The Kids of Death.
Sorry,
it
autocorrected. It autocorrected.
Whoa. Now there's a kid we got to take care of. I read that really weird. My bad. Hold on. Now there's a kid we got to take care of. Surprise, surprise. Now we got this little kid of a murdered target. Miri.
Right? I think so.
She's all right, I guess. She's a hell of a lot more annoying, to be honest, though. Anyways, we visit Kai-chan. What?
Q?
Oh, Kai. Sorry. Okay. K-I is what I read it as.
K-Y-U. Yeah.
K-Y-U. Q-chan. our handler, and after getting chastised, our boys are given a new job. Kazuki also asks about the last target and if he actually had a kid. It's incredibly difficult to complete the job with Miri tagging along, so our Psycho Bro tags literally bring a 4-year-old with them to an assassination, which definitely fails due to Miri. Also, Ray still ends up killing a bunch of dudes, but not the target. There's a second assassin to clean up their mess, though. So let me just go first. I want to go first before you even dive in, because I feel like I might change your perspective a tiny bit. And I've seen it. I have seen this on the Crunchyroll comments and shit. Everyone's like, "This girl's more annoying. This girl's more annoying. What the fuck, dude? She's written like a real fucking kid, which is crazy." No, to me, this is insane. Is this show is for, I feel like, parents, which is really weird because the humor. I was laughing my ass off.
Oh, no. This show's hilarious.
Well, I was laughing my ass off on a lot of even the annoying stuff because I'm like, my kid, right now, my son wants to grab my finger and take me everywhere. And even though I'm like, I don't want to go into your room, and I'm going in there. Because he doesn't let us go to the bathroom. Like, there's like definitely like stuff where I'm like, wow, this is so relatable to where, and like, she's older and has a little bit more comprehension than my, 2-year-old plus son or whatever. So, but like, I don't know. I was laughing so hard, and I was like, dude, this is almost kind of crazy because like she does so much more stuff as a kid that it makes this more believable to me. She's not like some crazy, like thing like Anya, or even honestly like
Yaika.
Yaika was very well behaved because she was from a very well behaved family.
She was very timid.
And she was very timid, and so this is very bubbly. Also, like again, doesn't have really great parents. Is what it's sounding like. So like,
mom's a singer.
Yeah,
yeah.
Which isn't a bad thing if
you
do parenting right, but letting your fucking like 4-year-old go across the country to find your dad, not the best parenting choice.
It just sounds like she has to work and the kid probably just stays home.
Yeah.
And so that's why the kid's out in the first place. I get it. Like, I understand it's a more relatable, like realistic kid. Yeah. That does not mean that I'm going to enjoy this more.
That's understandable.
And
that's what I'm saying. I don't think there's a part of me that's like, it was written for almost, to me, like, and so people who have enjoyed anime for a long time, because anime's gotten more popular, but it's been more popular over, like, since I've been alive, it's been popular in the last 15, 20 years.
I feel like it's only gotten popular in the past, like, 5-10 years, really.
Okay, well, then like even
when
less.
FMA Brotherhood came out, I feel like it was like the real big catalyst.
So I think a lot of the people who grew up watching, like, Toonami, right? Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people, so for their West, are like, okay, like, what can we make for a show that's, like, directed at them? And it's like, we're at the age group now where a lot of people have kids that are in their mid 30s or whatever. I don't know. It's just weird. It just feels weird because I'll be real. It is more annoying. Like, I totally agree. I'm almost like, oh my God. But there's also a huge humor of it to me now that to me, I wasn't annoyed at all the entire time. I'm just like, holy fuck, that's my life. And that makes sense that like these guys are dealing with this. They've never had to deal with anything. So that adds even another level of humor to me, is because I'm getting to watch two people who, literally just sign up to have a kid and they don't know what the fuck to do at all. And I'm just like, I mean, I was laughing my ass off when they put like, just like, I don't know, put clear like food on the what is it? The fucking table?
The coffee
table?
The coffee table? Yeah.
And they're like, all right, let's go. And then she just starts crying. And then people are like, hey, is everything okay in there? It's like, okay, well, bring her. And I'm like, at that point, like, that's to me like something I would do. Like, not necessarily on a killing mission, but like, hey, I'm trying to do this thing. Oh, my kid wants to go. Okay, fine. Just get in the car. Let's go.
Yeah.
So. I don't know.
I mean, I know this is an episode that you particularly enjoyed. I'm not saying I don't enjoy it. I will say Miri
fuck you and fuck anyone out there who doesn't like Buddy Daddies. It's much better than Spy Family. It's not better than Yakuza.
No, it's not. But that's a different kind of show also.
To me.
I think Yakuza is a more heartfelt, like emotional show than these other shows ever will be.
Yeah.
Because Yakuza is like only...
I mean, it was your anime of the year, baby.
Well, it was my anime of the year, but it's only like halfway about Yaika anyway. Like, she's definitely super integral, but really the point of Yaika is to drive Toru's growth.
Totally.
Which is probably what's Miri's going to do and what Anya's done for Lloyd and all that, but...
Yeah. But that's maybe not the focus. It's more comedy and all this stuff, whereas the focus for sure for Yakuza is that.
This is antics, and I think... and I think it's really fun. Like, I'm not going to lie, I laughed a lot.
Yeah.
There's a moment later on this episode where they obviously failed the mission, and they have to get away, and so, like, all the stormtroopers here can't hit a single shot for some reason.
Right, yeah.
But as they're running away, Kazuki grabs Rei by the stomach, and Ray's just still shooting as like he's running away, which was hilarious.
Yeah,
I thought that was hilarious.
But you know what's cool too is I feel like the attention to detail is kind of a lot in this anime too, because someone had mentioned where it's like he was using his rifle like with the scope when he was far away, and the closer he got when he turned it to the iron side. So like literally it's like actual again. And that's just
he put on the full auto,
right? And that's like to me, that's attention to detail of like, hey, like this show for sure is going to continue to have like fighting and death, like it is a show based around that with a cute little kid. So to me, it's very weird, very interesting. It's kind of just like I don't know, it's very dark. Like the premise of
it is
this girl is dude. They were about to get blasted.
This is the daughter of a guy you just murdered.
Yeah, that too.
And then you just took her.
Yeah, I mean, it's kidnapping.
Yeah.
Also a little weird because he did have to help her go to the bathroom, and it's not your kid, and that's always hilarious, a little weird. It is.
He grabbed her and just threw her in there and closed the door.
He's like, there you go.
And she goes, uppies.
Uppies. Yeah. But that's funny to me too. Uppies.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I don't dislike the show. I like the show a lot. I think I think it's better than Tomo-chan.
Yeah.
I think it's probably between a 7 and a 9 to 9.5 every time it comes out.
Yeah.
I just don't like Miri yet. I don't like Miri.
That's fair.
And I think that's going to be. I don't think Miri's a bad character. I'll say that. I think she is written exactly how she's meant to be written. It's not like Carol. Carol's bad. Carol's a bad character. Miri's not. But do I find Miri super annoying? Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't like her at the moment because of that.
Fuck you.
But she is what they are. She is exactly what they are writing.
That's okay, dude. One day you'll have a little girl who's just like her, and then maybe you can rewatch this anime and enjoy it.
Maybe. But maybe I don't want to. Maybe I want to escape that stuff, Maybe I don't want to come to terms with my demons like that.
Yeah, I hear you. Nah, I get that. She is genuinely more annoying because she's more real. Like real kids are like, what is it? Like, hey, tell me uppies, like I want to do this thing. Oh, you're not letting me do this thing. I'm going to pout about it. I'm going to yell about it. I'm going to do it and mess up, Yeah. Like that's just life, man.
I don't know. I mean, I understand it's life. I just don't know if that's what I want in my anime.
You don't want life? It's not real enough for sometimes, and now it's too real. Fucking pick a lane, you goddamn bitch. I'm speaking to everyone, not really just you. I mean, it's more so at the comments, baby. Well, it's okay. You're not allowed to hate it. You could hate this.
I don't hate it.
You could though. I'm saying you could. You have the freedom to. It's okay.
I might. I don't like Spy Family, and that's.
No, I know that's crazy.
That's crazy to say in this day and age. But
yeah, dude, watch out. They're gonna fight you. Our fans are gonna fight.
Let me have those hot takes.
Yeah, do it.
Final Fantasy VII is a piece of trash. Just kidding. It's not trash. I shouldn't have said that.
It's trash.
Yeah. Otherwise, you said you weren't the biggest fan of the ending bit.
Okay. So I felt everything was very realistic. Again, I know in context of like taking it, no one in their goddamn right mind would take a kid to this thing. But the fact that they were like, hey, you can just stay in the car. To me, I was like, okay, that's a little bit more believable. Like I can imagine people who their whole lives are centered around literally doing objective-based things, and then they're like, well, this is just another part of the objective. We'll just keep her in the van and everything will be fine.
Her having to pee at the moment,
and then her walking away. And then him walking away. That's crazy.
Especially when he didn't do it earlier.
Yeah.
He actually had to take care of it earlier.
Yeah. I would have just been like, hey, there's a bucket. Do it in the truck. Yeah. Or something.
Or like there's a bush to your back there. Go pee in a bush.
Go pee,
That was a little weird. That felt a little manufactured.
For sure.
There. A little more like you could see the writing there.
I mean, for sure. I've definitely heard, and I don't know if you've heard, when I was in a long road trips with my parents, I got to pee again. Hold it. So I've been told to hold it a lot as a kid.
I just feel like when you're in a high risk scenario of murdering someone.
Well, that's what he's saying. He's like, just hold it. We'll get this done. Boom, boom. Like done. So again, I'm with you. I think it's both. But anyway, the thing that really took me out was they did a failed hit. That motherfucker would not be in his house. He would not be there.
Right, he'd be gone.
And the fact that the after cut scene is this dude just came back, and you would double security, but you would not double security and then go back in your home the same fucking day. Or if they didn't give us a time frame, So unless this is like, I want to say weeks to months away, it's not realistic because he'd get the fuck out of there.
I'm also
safe house, anything.
I'm thoroughly surprised that Ray wasn't able to get a shot off on him, but was able to shoot another guy's arm. And like,
I know,
like specifically aiming for a certain appendage. And I was
it should have been arm, that guy's head, boss head, and then everything else.
It should have just been head.
Because he was there.
Yeah, and I was like, oh. Yeah. And like these guys are supposed to be the cream of the crop, right? They're supposed to be really, really good.
Yeah, they're supposed to be good, I guess.
And this new guy that's brought in is obviously gonna be a foil to them somehow.
Yeah. That's another thing. There was a part of me that's like, is this gonna get a little serious at all? And there's another part of me that, again, I'm doing the same thing with Tomo-chan that I'm doing with this. I have zero expectations of this show other than the first impression it left on me was when they, again, I still think that this show has the potential to be the best anime. I mean, we're in Bluelock, so probably not. But this show, to me, could be better. This season, maybe. I don't know. I'm saying that we have a lot of good shit, though.
We do.
It's hard.
I don't know.
When they killed the guy, as I'm saying, it's like when they had the phone call, and it's like, you need to go pick up your daughter. And they're like, what? Oh, shit. And then they just kill this guy.
That was
and then
great.
Go. I'm like, well, that's the kind of show I think this is going to be. It's going to play that. It's going to toe that line this entire time.
Life is loose.
So, to me, I'm keeping my expectations low and looking for that. If they go crazy serious on this a little bit with the humor, too, I'm all for it. I'm not expecting it.
I think I have a little higher expectations than you then. I mean, I expect this to deliver on what it's doing.
Yeah.
Like, I expect if it's going to, like, foreshadow these darker elements, it better deliver that.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, if it doesn't do that, that's a failing on the show.
Okay.
I will say that. I have expectations for this show. I expect it to do what it says it's going to do.
But what it says it's going to do?
Foreshadowing a villain like that and having him murder everyone would, to me, seem to imply him as a villain.
But they're all villains. He's just doing what they did.
No, they're not. I mean, they're quote-unquote murderers, but those are our heroes. Those two guys are our heroes.
No. Yeah. That's dumb.
I mean, no, those are our main characters. Those are our protagonists.
But they're all in the same business, and they're all doing bad things. And both of those guys don't have just make sure that you don't get innocent people hurt. Because literally the last two times that they've been shooting guns on fucking, like, the freeway. They don't give a shit about civilians.
Sure.
They give a shit about the job. Everyone keeps telling them to stop being so flashy. Ray just wants to go in there and blast. They're literally the same breed. Look, it's just this guy was more efficient at his job, and what his presence means is they might be out of work unless they do something about this kid. That's to me what it is. And if it becomes more heinous, like he's like, hey, I found that they have a kid, I'm gonna kidnap her or whatever the fuck. Why the fuck would he even do that? There's no motive for him to do anything. Like, these people are all working the same jobs. He got paid. He doesn't give a fuck about those guys. You know what I mean? Like
unless he gets a hit to go kill him.
Sure.
Again, that's
and if that's the case, that's that's where this is going.
That's absolutely where this is going. Like, they're going, and it's not going to be Q. It's going to be someone else who gave it to the guy. But this guy is there's no doubt about it. This guy is a villain, and the other guys are our protagonists. Now, yes, they're all murderers. They're all in a pretty quote unquote evil profession, right?
Right.
But our main characters, people that we're rooting for, are our buddy daddies.
Yeah, of course.
Doesn't matter what they do.
Gotta love them.
The other guy is shown in a very dark room. Not shown his full face, which is something that villains are often shown as. Like they're slow reveals to their face.
That's true.
He is shown murdering a bunch of people at night in this dark room. He's definitely a villain.
Yeah.
Definitely a bad guy. If he's not a bad guy, weird. But definitely a bad guy.
Weirder.
Now, if they're going to show this bad guy like this, he's got to be a bad guy.
What if he's a bad daddy? So they got buddy daddies, but he's a bad daddy.
Like, he actually has his own kid with him?
Yeah. But it was also a kid that he killed the parents of, and
I don't know. I expect this show to live up to do that, to give us that. Now, if it will, I don't know if it will or not, but
it might. I can see that happening.
I have expectations. All I have to say is I have expectations of this show.
Yeah.
That's giant long
fault.
rant. I mean,
that's your fault.
You demo a show a certain way, people are going to be disappointed.
But you didn't even know about the show until I told you. So.
Okay, well, we're watching it now.
You better love it. You better love it. No.
You're in a fiery one, dude.
No, it is.
What would you? Oh, we should do comments.
10 out of 10. No, just kidding. It's not.
Comments.
It's not. I read it.
I think it's my comments.
Yeah, it's your comment. You'll like the comments.
I've read half of them already.
Oh, wow.
But now I gotta
half of 900?
Yeah, I read half of 900 already. I'm so impressive, dog.
I'm like, yeah, I'm doing a lot of reading lately. What? Crunchyroll comments.
Crunchyroll comments. There's the episode. Found it. I gotta pull them up again.
Crunchyroll sponsor us.
I would love that. That'd be sick.
Just pay for our subscriptions and we'll tell everyone to go there. It's just fucking $14 a month or whatever it is a year. You know, you made the price.
Darling Sashiko, top comment, says, I kind of love how we're all like, yay, my new wholesome show. And a shit ton of people die every episode.
Yeah, dude, it's so true. It's
so good. And then the last episode was about a human trafficker. Like,
yeah, it's like heavy topics.
Veracity. Wow, I got 2 uses Spy Family. This kid is annoying.
Yeah.
Anxious Bulbous.
Hey, what was that guy's name again?
That was Veracity.
Fuck you.
Okay, jeez. Anxious Bulbasaur comes in and says,
Agent Bulbasaur?
Anxious Bulbasaur.
Oh.
Ray casually sleeping in the bathroom, which is weird, right? Like he was in the bathtub, right?
Weird, but also I don't know. They're trying to get the picture that he's like a shut-in, hypothetically a functioning, maybe alcoholic. I'd have to go back and watch the first one, but it just seemed like he had lots of like beer boxes and all that, and like his house was a mess.
Yeah.
So that I don't know if like they're like, hey, he's good at what he does, or I don't know. Again, because I feel like American shut-ins are way different than shut-ins in different countries.
Hikikomori, I think. Hikikomori is what Omori was also about.
Yeah.
Like that's a culture thing, I think, more than like that's an actual thing in Japan. That's like an issue.
Got it.
From what I've heard. Or it's
like
style?
To me, I think it's like hoarding, like an American, right? Like it's just like they stay inside, they keep everything, and they're like filthy.
We had that in Mob too. Mob season 3. That one guy that was storing all the trash in his house.
Yeah,
yeah,
that was good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I think something like that, but
yeah. Here's the last comment. Galactic Cloud. This guy apparently hired Imperial stormtroopers for his security.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
So you did read it before because
yeah, I mentioned it earlier.
You son of a bitch.
Oh, dog, you serious?
Y'all are on a good one.
On a good one.
If this isn't 10 out of 10 for you, dude.
Me?
Yeah.
It's 8.5. Same as I probably put the same as My Hero.
Oh shit. No, yeah. That's crazy.
I was trying my best.
This episode's a 4 for me.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
You were so hot in this. You tried to explain me into a higher rating on this one, dude.
And I apparently did.
I was going to give it an 8.5 or an 8 when I started this. So don't worry. I'm just consistent, you dickhead.
I'm 8.9.
Shut up.
I'm a 9.
Okay. It's a good episode. It's a good episode.
It's a good episode. It was great. I think there was like a half point off again because I don't think the guy would be there. It would all you had to do is put him somewhere else.
Some interesting pacing, I guess, for that, right? Or some forced pacing. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I think the bathroom thing, even though it was funny and was needed for the plot, obviously, felt like they maybe could have addressed it in a different way. But
more cohesive way. Is that the right way to say that? More story sound.
But yeah, I liked it, and I liked the intro. You don't.
I don't diss. I don't. Oh, this is the autotone one.
This is the autotune one.
Yeah, autotune. Sorry. It just does. It's just.
I don't like the intro. I like the song. The way that it starts, I'm like, but then like the full song, the rest of it, I'm like, okay, like I'm down with.
I'll give it another go next time.
Give it another go.
Yeah, we'll do a take 2 next time.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Next episode is. Bluelock, episode 14, The Geniuses and the Average Joes, which is an interesting title, but I don't think that Isagi is an average Joe, which is what they kind of seem to imply. But I also don't think Naruhaya is an average Joe either.
Yeah.
So, Isagi's team has lost to Rin's team, who has incredible skills and an overwhelming ego. Okay. Isagi and Nagi lose Bachira, and they are sent back to the second stage of 2-on-2 games. Showing up before them is the team of Baro and Naruhaya. Losing means disqualification. With that pressure, Isagi and Nagi think hard on their individual strengths to win a one-on-one situation. The new match that decides their fate starts with no answers in sight. However, both teams are able to score, but the game ends at 1-2 for the moment in the episode.
Yeah.
So first off, Nagi is just interesting, I think. Like, he's definitely the monotone, like, soft-spoken, tropey kind of character. Like, kind of like how Shino is in Naruto, you know?
Yes.
Very smart, at least in the earlier Naruto's before it gets super sidelined, you know? But,
right. Yeah.
But it has that kind of demeanor. And I like him a lot in this episode. He's definitely better than Isagi. Like, a lot better than Isagi. And even when him and Baro meet and like kind of face off, that's super sick.
That is super sick. Yeah. I enjoyed watching them. Like again, the one-on-one like things like that's like what this is determining. Right?
Oh, did you like that reveal? That was really cool. I thought.
What are you talking about?
That it was that Nagi was like, oh, so this is all about testing our individual strengths.
Yes, I did. I was like, oh, that actually totally makes sense as to why they would do it in this way. It's really cool. I'm actually really curious if anyone will ever do this with an actual like soccer team.
It seems like this is how you would really build good athletes.
Yeah,
to be
right.
honest.
Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't.
It seems expensive.
You know, people would do it. Like, you could do this with any sport. You could do it with football, hockey, like whatever. Like,
it seems expensive as hell, though.
It does seem expensive as hell, but they have lots of money too, and you don't have to make it as high tech. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Bluelock goalies or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we have that.
Whatever
tech.
that is. Whatever that weird CG
I guess
tech
maybe
is.
a robot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hologram.
I don't think we had anything.
How did you?
Yeah.
So Baro is becoming less and less interesting. Yeah, but he's becoming less and less interesting with his personality, I feel like.
Yeah, but he's gonna take him. They're probably gonna
I think what the show is setting up is Baro is not gonna be chosen.
Really?
And I would almost put money on that. I think Naruhaya, especially with them showing a memento in his pocket at one point, they're kind of setting him up to become more of a main character, I feel like.
Interesting. I was thinking almost the opposite, where it would be like, I guess it kind of blew it out of the water a little bit for me when I was like, dude, he's gonna come to Isagi and be like, hey, like, you know, like, not like I want you guys to win. It's like we're gonna beat you guys and take you. Right, because like you're my friend, and if you guys beat us, you take me. So like then there's no pressure at all, right? It's like we get to just play soccer, have fun, and that's kind of what I thought it was gonna be when that conversation was. And when he's like, yeah, you're not gonna get taken, and guess what? We're not gonna pick you.
We're gonna pick Nagi if we win, you know.
And then, then he also said same thing. Now again, I understand what you're saying, where
I think Naruhaya is a better teammate.
He's
going
to be a better teammate, or I don't know. We'll see. Well,
it's the same reason why like Rin didn't choose at all, right? But they like the clear forefront person they should have chosen was Nagi in the last match. They should have taken Nagi for a better team. Instead they took Bachira, right? Because Bachira was a better player, I think, with a team. To
help elevate the team.
Right. Yeah. While Nagi's a better player overall, I think Bachira works so well as a teammate that he kind of is about as valuable as Nagi, maybe.
We should do a very small bet, but I want to bet the opposite of that.
You want to bet that Baro gets taken?
Taco Bell? Dinner?
Oh yeah, dude. I'll bet you dinner on that.
Or Cane's.
I'll bet you dinner. We'll call it dinner, and then whatever the winner's feeling.
I'm gonna get a fucking steakhouse if I win. Just kidding.
I might just spit right into the mic, but whatever.
It's your mic, baby. Yeah, I think they're gonna take him and leave the other guy in the dust. But there's a part of me that does feel like you're right, just because of what they did at the very end, and since the conversation was different than what I thought it was going to be, I think you might be right.
I think they've had time to kind of show more about Baro, and they have not.
Well, I'm thinking next episode might be literally a little bit of back. I feel like if they show us a tiny bit of backstory, I'm like, okay, he's coming along.
With
you know what I mean? Yeah. If they just do the next episode, because again, we're not even close to being done with this match. It's just 2-1. That's it.
I mean, it's gonna end next episode.
It's gonna end next episode.
We'll find out. I
don't know. I'm curious. Because if they could do a little bit more with him and his backstory, because he to me seems like more. If he could become more team oriented, like that would be his biggest challenge. To some degree, is like just like learning somewhat how to play with others. Again, still being the best of the best, and that's what this whole thing is. But he doesn't even know how to play with other people. It sounds like he's always been the best, and so I feel like his character development would come from that. You know what I mean? That's as he would grow as a character.
Okay.
Again, I can see it the other way too, though.
I just don't.
You've been pretty spot on
Baro
recently.
Just feels,
so.
I know, thank you. Baro just feels really well, like really one note, and now Naruhaya, like Naruhaya was kind of completely ignored.
Well, he was in the background. I feel like he was not even looking at him. Now they're looking at him. Fuck, you're gonna be right. I'm gonna.
But now they're starting to like ramp up that interest. We'll see. Like I could be wrong, and if I'm, maybe this match gets DQ'd somehow, and we have to do a different team. I don't know, but who knows what'll happen. All I am saying is I really don't think Baro is interesting or focused on enough to be the one that Isagi and Nagi choose. I also think that Naruhaya, his exact ability, getting behind people, is not something we've seen any other character have. And we've seen plenty of characters have the hit from midfield spot. Yeah. Literally, Baro tries to do what Rin did and couldn't do it. We already have a character who has Baro's abilities.
That is a good point.
So
that's a good point.
Just thoughts.
Yeah, God damn it. I bet you're right.
What did you think about what do you think Isagi's going to be like his new ability? Like what do you think his like to fight, right? He says, I want to be able to fight.
His
right?
like dog fighting.
What is he going to be able, what is he going to figure out? What do you think he's going to, because he's going to learn something, right?
Yeah. I said,
either this match doesn't end next week because he learns a new ability and he has to put it into implement it, which would be the next match, right? Or sorry, which would be the next episode. Like either that happens or they spend way too long on that, or he learns something really simple and then the match ends. Like, what do you think it would? What do you think it would be? Like, what do you think he's got? Do you think he has
got shit? He's a weak ass character. No, I'm playing.
It's got to be related to a direct shot somehow, right?
Yeah, I mean, so the thing that they were talking about the most was how can you. So this is what I think it would be. So how can you get like a pass without a good passer, right? Like Bachiro was their passer.
Right.
So maybe he learns from the other guy he fought. Who was it that would pass the ball to themselves?
That was Chigiri.
Yeah. So maybe he takes something like that where he does like pop flies to himself and then he runs and hits it himself. So he's almost like passing to himself and then direct shotting it from himself. That's the only thing I can kind of think of in my head that would work with his direct shot. Unless like kicking it off other players or something. Like again, I don't know soccer super well. And I feel like his main thing for sure is being a team leader. I'll be honest.
Yeah, he's an excellent director.
He is a perfect strategist on the field.
He's a tactician, right? Like,
but he is not what he wants to be, which is a striker. So I really don't know. I mean, the simple answers are he just learns how to kick better. He learns how to dribble better. Like those are all the things that he has to do, but he's not the best at those. So I don't really know. I don't know. You know what it was.
I think there's something we don't know about. I don't know. My first thought was
you're kind of right on these.
Is he able to bounce it off something to or shoot up in the air? The problem is that one of the things he's made a point about with his direct shot ability is that he gets himself to the position so the enemy can't react.
Yeah.
And popping it to yourself would give them time to react. So I don't know if that would be it. I really think this comes down to him learning a technique, whether it's like from like dribbling through a guy's legs or it's like a unique thing to him. Like Bachiro won't be able to do what he learns. That's what I'm thinking. Like it will give him like that equipment, quote unquote, to fight. Now, what that is exactly, I've been racking my brain for days to try to figure out what is this? What does Isagi have that he can do on his own that no one else can compete with? And he's only playing Naruhaya, right? Like Naruhaya wasn't the top tier on the team, but Isagi was the bottom tier. So no matter what, he's kind of fighting uphill.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, it's hard because I do feel like, right now we're watching. It's not even true. They're not the worst players because literally Isagi's 15, and I don't even know what number.
On his team, he was the lowest rated.
Right. Well, yes.
I mean, he was the top ranked, but he like physically in the physical test, he was the lowest.
He was the lowest.
Right. Like he couldn't do anything anyone else could do.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that's the main thing is because this show can somewhat be practical sometimes, and I feel like maybe there is just you gotta practice more, get more stamina, get buffer. Like that's the way that these have to be. Or these quirks, are evolving, and you gotta kind of. I don't know. I will say this. This has been a show that I just do not. I never know really where it's fully going. Like there's like parts of me that I'm like, okay, I can see him doing that. I can see him doing this, and then they always do this thing, and I'm like, holy shit. Like it's just different. It just feels different than the normal anime.
It's mastered
very
this
cool.
this twist reveals, like the way they reveal information. They've somehow got down to a T of like how to do it with the music. I guess what they're doing, the voice acting,
it's really good.
The timing.
Everything works very well.
Yeah. So I kind of here's where my theory. I was going to finish my theory up. Here's where I think it ends up. I think whatever ability he gets or does is going to be an ability of one of his other teammates that didn't make it to this round. And so like one of my thoughts was, okay, maybe he is able to, I mean, because he can't jump as high as Kuon, but he can jump. Maybe he's able to utilize that effectively. Maybe he doesn't have a positive attitude at all, right? But Raichi has an insane amount of endurance, right? Maybe he learns how to use his endurance better to tire out his opponents, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I think Raichi's going to make it on. So I don't think Raichi's done yet.
It's just weird because in my head I was like, he's a throwaway character, right? In my mind, from the past, and then it's perfect to bring him back and have Isagi just be like, I don't want you. But they ruined that. Like, that's not the thing. I'm wrong. You for sure won dinner or lunch.
We'll see what happens.
Because, dude, it's crazy to me that they did not do that.
You want to know something else to think about?
Also, what?
Is that Kunigami and Chigiri on the same team. And if they don't ever split up by getting one of them stolen, one of them goes home. And that sucks.
So, wait, for who? Oh.
Kunigami is the blonde guy that was like super nice. Like he's the power hitter, the orange-haired, spiky-haired guy. And then Chigiri's the red long hair runner guy.
Well, you know what's going to happen? This is what I think for so regardless, let's say you're right, they win, they take what's his name again?
Naruhaya. Naruhaya, sorry.
So they take Naruhaya, and then their 3v3 match they're going to play is going to be against like two of the people who we know, and then the Eyebrows brother twin. That's who we're going to get next.
I like that guy, and I hope he ends up on their team in the end. I really do.
Yeah.
Because he's like...
Maybe. I don't know.
He's super
kind of fun.
He's super dirty, right? Like, they were willing to be as underhanded as possible. And they were kind of dickheads when they were kicking Kuan on the ground, right?
Right.
But he's... doesn't have his brother. He's got such an interesting, like... personality of like not talking.
He talked now.
Alligator eyebrows, whatever. Yeah, he talks now. Like he's got this weird, crazy look. Like he'd be an interesting person to see in the team.
Yeah, I'd be curious.
I don't know if he does end up in the team, but I'm glad he stays in.
Yeah,
you know,
like he'll have to show up at least at some point. I don't know if it'll amount to anything fully afterwards, but
it is about building this team now. Like it is about building up a team to what 5?
Yeah, I think so. 5, and then you're in, and then I think it's going to be
round robin 5v5. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think of like what it would be after that. Like I guess maybe everyone knocks each other out, and then the rest of the people fight against each other. I really am kind of confused.
It's 2 5v5s, and the winner gets to take another 5v5 team, I guess, or the 2 top 5-person teams become one team, and then the rest of that's finding a goalie because that's all it's missing. It's 10 players missing a goalie probably.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I really
don't know. All I know is that
I know this ain't fucking Bluelock for goalies, baby. This is for strikers.
Yeah, but I still I'm gonna hold on to the thing. I think they're building a team.
I think they're probably building a team too.
I think what Ego's really trying to do is to build a team.
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely agree with that. I think it's all bullshit that they're gonna spend all this money, get so many good players, and then say you can never ever just one can only play in Japan ever again.
Dude, by the time
I know that they believe this, and there's a part of me that like again, like that's not as weird because businesses and governments lie like, all the time, so I'm not like super. It's not like what the fuck, that's stupid.
People lie, period.
But again, they're putting them in stress situations already through this whole thing, and I don't know.
Yeah, it would seem insane to me to just have one player that you throw into a brand new team.
Yeah.
I feel like after Bluelock, they'll be better than the pro teams that are in Japan. You know.
Maybe that's a test. Maybe that's the final test. Is they play the pro. They play against the pro team, and if they decimate, then it's like, okay, you guys are now.
I absolutely think. That'd be cool. What's happening.
Weird.
Decimate.
That'd be weird because they have to put real people's names. So they've been doing like Ronaldo and stuff, and they're like, "Hey, the Japan team now, we just beat you guys in a fake anime." You know.
Yeah, and I bet you, like in the very end, they will cream the other team. Like it will be like a stomping.
All I hope is that they end the series with the Bluelock squad or the Isagi or whoever is it last, like going to, what is it? It's.
What are you trying to say?
I'm such an American. I'm thinking World Series and that's Spaceball.
World Cup.
Yeah. So I'm an idiot. But yeah, the World Cup. And like that's like where it ends. Like it ends with them going to the World Cup, and then it's like cool. Like, because to me, this isn't about them winning everything. This is about the journey of how the greatest team in Japan was ever created. I don't really want to know the rest.
Right.
So I really hope that that's the way that they do it.
Love this episode. This episode was a fantastic episode.
Mwah. That's me.
Comments are you.
Damn it. You think I would have known this by now? Do you guys like when we sing when we're trying to fill in space, or do you guys hate it? Let us know in them comments. Let us know on
You get this for free, guys. Chill.
I mean, that's true.
I don't know. That probably sounded really pretentious.
That was really pretentious.
Screw you, dude.
No, I'm on your side, dude.
We don't got to put out products. I like putting out who we are. We're not perfect.
I like putting out from my wife. I
like putting out.
And then just pause for this guy.
Yay.
Kinder says Crunchyroll crashing this morning was not very glam.
Oh.
Again, don't watch it at 2 in the morning. No. Okay. No Longer Human says, honestly, all for this Nagi and Isagi bromance. I will say one thing we didn't talk about.
That fight between them?
Yes.
Yeah, that was good.
It was amazing. I will say this, and I don't remember the Instagram handle, but there was an Instagram handle that, a person on Instagram or whatever, like a meme. What handle? Like, they posted something and it was a legit, not like a full spoiler, but it was Isagi saying something to someone who I didn't know, and I was like, "What's happening?" And they posted that, and I was like, "The fuck?"
I mean, you follow manga pages.
No, it wasn't a manga page. Well, you do?
Are you sure?
Maybe it was. Should we remove those?
I try to remove a lot of manga pages because I've seen My Hero spoilers on there too that I've tried to.
Okay, then I'll remove anything.
Well, I just don't want you to. I don't want you to see something and be like, "What the hell, dude?"
Yeah, I might have called him a C word on there.
Really?
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with you, dude?
I don't know. But I will say this: I liked the fight. I thought it was cool. I thought it was very interesting. Where he's like, "Hey," and I was thinking this the whole time too. He's like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna make it. I'm the worst." And then he's like, "Hey, motherfucker, I joined your team because you were what inspired me to play better. Fucking pony up, bitch, and let's go." And I was just like, and that made him angry too. And I was like, "Yeah,
show me the anger, dude." Nagi grabbing his hair and like lifting his face up. It's like, this is pathetic,
and
dude.
That kiss, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, is that all review? Is that comments too?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's a 9.5 for me, dude.
Yeah, easy 9.5.
A little bit of animation's all I want. It's all I want is just a little bit of animation.
Like if they could just cut down a tiny bit on the 3D and give us a little bit of boost of the other.
And regardless, it's still just a fantastic episode. Like this show is firing on all cylinders all the time.
This is one of the only shows I feel like I've seen where I'm like, okay, fucking, who gives a shit about the 3D animation? Like, I don't like it, but because this is probably what it is. It's because it's sports, and they're like, this is our computer science thing, and it always like looks shitty. I'm just like, okay, that's your computer science thing. Fucking move on, Whereas if it's in an action scene, and then it's like, what the fuck is that thing? Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that's why there's more leeway. But there's times when they kick the ball and stuff. You're like, what the fuck? But
that's hideous. Yeah, I mean, there's been times when it's like, I mean, it's fine. It's our issues with the animation are known quantity. It's fine.
Yeah,
but 9.5 for me.
9.5, easy. I had 9.5. Okay, what's your favorite this week?
Oh, Bluelock.
Blue Note, dude.
Blue Note's
Tomo-chan?
One of the bad guys in Fairy Tail.
Oh,
Blue
nice.
Note fights.
Spoilers.
Okay, from 2012 or 13. For a show that's not even that good, so
it's not even that good.
Well,
dang, your post, dude.
Fairy Tail's weak.
Oh, you said Fairy Tail. I thought you said One Piece.
No, Fairy Tail. Blue Note.
Fuck you.
He's like the equivalent of the Giga Chad in the guild. What's his name? What's Gildarts? Is the top wizard in Fairy Tail?
Dude, your guys' memory. I'm nervous about my life.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. There's just times where no. It's like I watched that entire series, but I was again 6 or 7 years ago, and you're saying names. I'm like, that kind of sounds familiar.
Gildarts had crash magic. He could turn things, separate them like in the multiple pieces.
Okay,
he does that to Natsu.
Yes.
He fights Natsu and turns Natsu into a bunch of 20 or a bunch of tiny Natsus.
Yeah,
it's that guy.
Got it.
And he's like the guy that he fights is Blue Note, who is a gravity wizard, I think. And then they duke it out, but nice. Gildarts wins obviously because Gildarts has got plot armor.
Plot armor.
Our
favorite.
Yeah, I would put Bluelock as my anime of the week for sure. It's not close. I don't think really.
I think Spy Family did it for me this week.
Buddy Daddies.
No, Spy Family.
Okay.
I rewatched one episode.
Yeah.
No,
I started watching Outlaw Renegade Outlaw. No, okay. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know. But no, I for sure Bluelock is it's easy. It's the one I'm the most excited about. I'm still now at this moment. It's still the number one I'm the most excited to see. I'm like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah, it's an easy one, I think too. It's like, it's just such a well put together piece of art. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
You know, like everything is just functioning so fluidly in that show.
100%. Cool.
All
well,
right.
we do have one thing, and this isn't gonna be like a total ad or anything like that. But I want us to kind of like just show these off and talk about them for a sec.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to clap with me real quick?
Walking the river and the walk in the moon. 5 feet wide and 4 feet wide. Swing my metal down. When I was around with the beaver on the knees, and now with the
Beavers. Okay. So
Beavers.
I don't know.
We have a new sponsor this week.
Yeah, we do.
We
sponsor every week.
And well, it's
called Sugar Bubbas.
If you've seen our Instagram, you might already know about it.
But you know this.
But
look how nice these are. Hand stitched, sexy.
Have you ever found yourself out in the cold wishing you had another layer of clothing on, but also love anime? Well, have we got a deal for you. Sugar Bubbas, an anime-inspired clothing brand, creating such famous clothings.
Characters.
I don't know.
Putting for such famous characters like Jujutsu Kaisen. Yona of the Dawn.
No, we fucked this one up pretty bad. So let's redo this. Should we write? Well, should we? How long do you want it to be?
I just want. So this is actually what I want to do. I don't want to do a sales pitch really. I just want to say, hey guys, like I don't even know. I just don't want us to go the entire thing. Well, maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay to go the entire thing without saying anything about it.
Do you want to?
And then we just do like a separate thing for it. Okay,
so let's
wrap up.
Well, thank you so much for checking in. We should probably clap, right?
Yeah. Yep. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Hey, we love you all so much. Bye.
We are so thankful for you, and you're the best. And thank you for listening to us. And I love you.
And share us with your friends. And we hate you. Bye. Oh, do you want to do a Pokemon?
Yeah, I haven't done one in a minute.
Let me look up this name real quick.
Quack quack.
Volvidon. I lied. That's a monster from Monster Hunter. Dang it.
It sounded way too cool to be a Pokemon.
I know. Well, Volvidon is a monster. I was like, it's a monster from Monster Hunter. It's stupid as hell, dude. Shari is Volda. Let's Tapu Koko.
Tapu Koko.
That's probably exactly what he sounds like.
Dude, you know, I had like is it a fucking like toucan bird or some shit?
No, it's a totem pole Pokemon.
Oh, I was literally thinking of a bird
like a deity.
in a tree.
Oh, I shouldn't say totem pole. It's like a deity from the Hawaiian one.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right, get out of here, guys. Shit.